Hello everyone, I'm PrussianPrince with another Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich Let's Play episode as the Fengtian Government. So, what are we doing here? Basically, we're just opening the propaganda front, which is pretty cool, because we're gonna go to war with the Gili clique. And now the Gili clique here is definitely gonna be a problem for us if we don't declare war on them, because they're gonna get stronger and stronger. Actually, industrially they are weaker than us, so we could eat them, but really we should eat them before everyone else becomes stronger. So left Kuomintang here is gonna die to a Qing clique, especially because these guys have military factories, more civilians, and more manpower, and looks like probably more units as well. So gonna be an easy one for them. Definitely an easy one. I don't like what Japan's doing here, just positioning all these troops on my border. Because if they attack me, I'm just dead. But I don't think so, right? Because we have not expelled the Japanese fishermen. No, officers. That is what I meant to say. Not fishermen. Not officers either. Anyway, we did get that civilian industry, so it's pretty good. Really want to open that propaganda front, because that is going to be really cool. Problem is, political power. We just ain't got any of that. It's just so sad for us. Yeah, Chinese factions. That. Where are we even here? Ango Jun Lida. Yes. Here we are. We have the civilian factories in Jilin here is almost going to be done. We're going to get more and more stuff. I don't care if they have one more military factory than me. They're not going to be able to use that effectively enough for that to matter. These guys are being trained. Open the propaganda front here, which has given us a lot of political power. Now we want to use the Yamato Hotel licenses. One of Mantetsu's most successful ventures in Manchuria is its Yamato Hotel franchise, which serves the countless Japanese businessmen who make their way to and from the home islands every day. Despite the unwelcome influence they bear, their skills in capital are crucial. Yes, start. Gain base stability, an event, an aircraft manufacturing company. Fine, but really want that research slot. That research slot right there is just beautiful, just beautiful. That's what we need. It is just beautiful. 20 width. That's what we want, and that's what we have. So we have 15 divisions. They have more, but all of their troops are just terrible. So it's not worth anything. However, what I'm gonna do here. Denounce German imperialism. Yes. Do it. Extra political power. Extra base war score. On the next one, promote national irredentism. Yes. Despite our successful efforts to suppress the Northeastern. Oh, we already read this anyway, so we go on the path towards the National Reclamation War. We get political power. We get in-base war support. More Recovery League influence. It's obvious because we're going on the recovery path, so yeah. Yes, and we unlocked like 2 decisions: Wu Wang Zai Ju and Escalate the Propaganda War. We're gonna do both. We'll see how that happens. Okay, so now this one should give me. We'll see. No, it just disappeared here. What? We don't want to favor anyone here. That's fine. Not gonna use my political power for such nefarious reasons. Yeah, it's gonna be very cool once we get it, isn't it? I'm gonna start, because the amount of infantry equipment here, how much do we make a day? 14 a day, so start another guy and put it full on reinforcements there. That'll do. That's gonna be nice, so we should most definitely do it. Mongol aristocrat state, Mongolia. Much like Tibet, news from the Mongolian capital, Urga, is sparse. For many years, the status quo of the nation has been the leadership of the Russian Baron Roman von Ungern-Sternberg. Doesn't sound Russian to me. However, recently, news has come out that after a rebellion in the west of the nation, aristocratic princes, led by the Inner Mongolian prince Demchugdongrub, that sounds like a guy that would lead Mongolia, overthrew Ungern-Sternberg while his army fought in the west. Press release to the few media groups in Urga, Prince Demchugdongrub stated that Mongolia is once again in the hands of Mongolians and that now they must look out to save the Mongolian living under Chinese tyranny. That Baron's rule is at an end. It definitely is, or at least it should be, so it's gonna be 20 days here, 19 now, and then we can do a lot. And we got the basic machine tools, yes. Give me the dispersed, because the dispersed is useful. Yes, 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 do your wars. Xinjiang clique erupts in war. Seems like the western gate between China and Central Asia has broken down into violence once again. Governor Jin Shuren's recent dispute with Kumul has resulted in a large contingent of volunteer soldiers rising up against the army garrison. Rumors say that the Turks to the far west are also preparing to defy the governor once again. The governor of Xinjiang, should he remain Chinese, represents a potential ally to the southern democratic cliques. The Kumitiks, however, seem to vary greatly in between respect for Beijing, the restless xenophobia. Eastern Turks doubtlessly would separate from China entirely, should they win. Also, thanks for the follow, Bomber Dog. Much appreciated, man. Welcome to the channel. We play Paradox games and Total War on this one. So, Yangzheng scenes, final failure, definitely. There you go. There you go. National irredentism, we definitely want to go for that. Not gonna lie here. Okay. He's founding the Air Force. Good for you. You can found that Air Force. I actually want to produce a small Air Force myself, but right now, nah. We don't have the military for it. Actually, just need more units right now. Okay, well, have we done this? Oh, 7 days. We're almost there. We're almost on the path. It's gonna give us political power, base war support, and other stuff, so it's not too bad. So this could... yeah, we can't do that yet because we don't have the base war support, which we're gonna have very soon. Yes, Jabal Shamar. Okay, the Zhang clique nominates a new economic minister. The most members of the Zhang clique are military men without much experience managing a national economy. The office of economic minister is still important to their long-term political and military goals, and as such, Sun Yi-chang has been nominated to replace the position's current occupant. Sun breaks from this trend, however, in that he has both political and administrative experience, primarily in Jilin province under Zhang Shiyi. As such, he is likely to serve well in the role, though many will be unhappy with a member of the faction holding it at all, which lies with the Grand Marshal. Yes, give it. So Bomber Dogs says in chat, just bought the game and got Kaiserreich last night. Know any up-to-date YouTube users that have good videos to learn from? I have some videos, tutorial-wise, but not Kaiserreich. I also have some Let's Plays of Kaiserreich, however, on YouTube, and my tutorials... it's been a while, so I'm not sure if they're entirely up-to-date. They might not be. Actually, I think they're not up-to-date right now. Maybe I should work on new tutorials. I'm gonna think of that. But actual up-to-date tutorials. Maybe Quill has something. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure who has update tutorials. I'm sorry. At least tutorials, no. But if you want to watch playthroughs of Kaiserreich, I definitely have some up on my YouTube channel, Bomber Dog. If you want to check those out, might be helpful. So to be specific, well, I played as Qing, which spawns here. It's now the Zili clique in this game. Also played as the League of Eight Provinces. That was my first playthrough, and then Qing, and now we're playing as the Fengtian Government. Basically, I'm trying to play a lot around China because that's what this last version focuses on. the newly released version. I also got it pretty recently. But anyway, let's get into it right now. Ooh, love this music. It's great. Okay, so let's see what we do here. Wu Wang Zai Zhu. The ancient Chinese idiom, "Forget not what happened in Zhu," alludes to the desperate defense of Zhu, state of Qi's final bastion, from which it led a successful campaign to reclaim all of its lost territory. Manchuria shall be our Zhu, from which we will reconquer all of China. Political power, base war support. Ooh, okay, very, very cool. Escalate the propaganda war. It's kind of cool, actually. So, yes. Sustained an intermittent propaganda war against the city clique for the past 8 years. Now we must raise our voice and expand our reach. What does this do? 150 political power. Holy Christ. And then gets event escalating the propaganda war. The decision will allow us to declare war on the traitors to the south. All of them. Locks decision, the Grand Marshal's proclamation. For the Association, Recovery League, exactly. We need to debuff the Recovery League because they're pretty high soon. But, you know, this is actually fine. I have a lot of this. Like, we could actually gain a Chief of Staff here potentially with Division Attack would be the best. 5 attack, 5 defense. Ooh, special. Nah. Artillery attack, artillery defense. No. This guy might be the best, but I don't want to even get anyone here. Although, we could get early mobilization. Let's get early mobilization. That would not be a bad idea. That would not be bad at all, so I'm definitely going to go for that. Now, we do have our airplanes up here, which we're going to be using as well. Turkestan. Things are great. Things are just great here. We're going to get more infantry equipment. Minus 663. Okay, alrighty. Asia Express runs from Port Arthur to Harbin. For the first time, Mantetsu's Asia Express streamlined the train will be running from the tip of Port Arthur to the northern city of Harbin at an astonishing 130 kilometers an hour, putting it among the fastest trains in the world. Wow, actually. The journey took a mere 21 hours and 30 minutes. Locomotive wonder bears cars outfitted with heat, air conditioning, luxurious lounges for even third-class customers, while its very own signature cocktail served at the bar. While Mantetsu's unmitigated success has given some reason to cheer, and may strike envy in Beijing, others can only view Mantetsu's advancements with growing concern. That's okay, actually, because it does drop the Recovery League, and Concordia will also get dropped over time, so it's not too bad. It's actually not too bad. We definitely want to escalate this. It's going to take a while, though. It's going to be Wu Wang Zaiju. We'll see. See what that is. We're going to deploy some of these. They're going to directly go to the order. Do it again just in case. I mean, they were already going to go there anyway, but why not? So we do have a land fort here, and some forts around here. These places are forests and hills, so to defend. Actually, no. See, these kind of look like hills to me, but they're plains. Not obvious. Okay, Yamato Hotel licenses. Oh boy, big event text here. So, Mantetsu's Yamato Hotel line has long been a staple of the South Manchuria Railway Zone. The concession zone ceded first to Imperial Russia and then to Japan after 1906, and then expanded following the 21 demands of 1915 through a rather loose interpretation of its provisions to include all of southern Manchuria. All the same, while treaty rights permit Japanese to reside and engage in business and manufacture of any kind, construction still theoretically requires approval from the local governor, and if necessary, the Grand Marshal himself. Mantetsu aims to build a series of new hotels, all of which will inevitably become hubs for further Japanese activity. And while construction could never be stopped without angering the Japanese government, limits might be imposed to forestall Japanese influence in certain areas. Unfortunately, as much as they stand as physical edifices of Japan's strength, the hotels are frequented by the Japanese elite and many Mantetsu employees, making them crucial for a rapid development with desire. Build as they please, limit construction. Definitely want to do this. Because they're gonna drop down. We want the base stability. Just let them build as they please. And we got mechanical computing. Yay! Next thing we want here. Let's actually grab the radio because we want the reinforced rate and a national focus. Mantetsu Research Wing. Mantetsu's research wing, known as Mantetsu Chosabu, serves as the centerpiece of Japan's colonial program, which uses a wide variety of scientific goals. Massive funding and talent pool could be of great use to us in our own efforts. Yes, definitely. Give me the research slot. I want another research slot because it's gonna give us so much help. We desperately need a 4th research slot. I mean, we don't need one. We could do without, but still, it's of great help. Okay, radio here. The next one's gonna go to infantry equipment as well. Now, these guys here... Okay, 3 more days for this guy. Not bad. Not bad. Bad at all. We got the artillery, we got the infantry equipment, and Wu Wang Zaishu! It's finally popped. Grand Marshal Zhang Zuolin delivered a short but powerful speech alluding to the historical state of Qi, which, on the brink of defeat at the siege of Ju, turned the tide and eventually won the war. This is to be our example as we march forward against those who would keep China weak and divided. So the speech or southern reclamation is inevitable. Let's read the text of the speech. The years since the formation of our government have laid for us a solid foundation for national regeneration. We fear no problems, nor are we concerned over impending dangers. We merely lament the fate of the South, the freedom of which was originally brought about by the hard efforts and sacrifices of reformist patriots, which has since been erased by the old and outmoded forms of government. They, her people, are powerless, their rulers without integrity, thus allowing the slow degradation of the national condition, and a return to a state of total subservience to Western nations. These always are sapping China's national strength, shaking their national foundations, and subjugating her people. It is thus that we find ourselves in the North as the final bastion of all that our predecessors struggled to build, and the bearers of the future of a new China. The progressive Zili clique government likes to say that, by fortifying the Northeast, we are digging a hole to die in. This, I say, forget not what happened in Ju. It was to Ju that the state of Qi retreated, and from there that it reconquered all that it had lost. The time is right. The Northeast will be our Ju, and the whole of China will be our Qi. Victory is inevitable. Long live the Republic. Yes, definitely. Long live the Republic. Okay, so we're 40 days away from that. Pretty good. I have a bunch of these guys in training. We could actually exercise them again, but, you know, they're already in excellent shape, really. Well, they're level 2, which is pretty much what we want. We don't want 3. 2 is good enough. These guys are gonna deploy as 2. It's right now they're green, but that's okay. They have more mills than us, but they don't have as many civs. There's a war here, which I'm not gonna care about. Now, we cannot go to partial mobilization, which is okay. Definitely okay here. We really need the research wing here, though, and we need to fix... Oh, we gain base stability. Not bad. Concordia here has huge influence, which we need to fix for sure here. We're gonna get a lot of good stuff here. Concordia needs to... Ooh, okay. We get a lot of civs from here. That's not bad. That's a lot of civs, but doesn't matter that much because we don't have a lot of, as you can see here, a lot of build slots. So it's gonna be problematic. But anyway, we're almost, well, we're gonna have build slots once we kill Qing, right? Or Zili clique, rather. That's the Zili clique that we're facing. And here, I'm pretty scared of like all the stuff they have here, but you know, they have a bunch of stuff, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. So we do have the 20 widths, which are basically everything that we need. Anti-Japanese protests. Angered by Japan's increasing control of our country, protests have broken out in Shenyang, Harbin, and Changchun. This military is already on site, containing the protests. Damage is already done. Okay, give me cav here. I'm gonna... Oh, really? I actually have to put it like this? Alrighty then. Well, we did get another infantry unit here. This guy. Very good for him. Actually going to change this, not to Bubingshi, but to just regular infantry. Bubingshi. Whatever. Min Bing, nah. Just gonna keep the Bubingshi. All good. And 8 days until we can just actually go to war. Nations Clique nominates... Yeah, I'm not even gonna read this stuff. Or should I? No. No, I'm actually not going to even bother reading all this nomination stuff. It's fluff. Okay, he has... Yeah, we gain communications clique stuff. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, we need more mills, but that's fine. I mean, we do have extra infantry equipment here after all, so... 152 days. This is happening, so... This guy here is also gonna be slowly training. Mantetsu Research Wing. Hey, Svad... Hardbass, welcome to the stream. So, you're saying... Tried different nations many times in Kaiserreich, but I always seem to go back to Russia. It's the most fun for me. I assume, yeah, like, I haven't tried it yet. I actually really technically only played in China. This is my third playthrough. Like, my third proper playthrough. And, basically, I'll try out the rest, of course. I'll try out Russia, I'll try out everything else in Europe, but... I'm having a good amount of fun as China here, basically, because there's so much flavor here. Nice stuff. Okay, escalating the propaganda war. Already the propaganda department is redoubling its efforts in launching a devastating ideological barrage under which the regressive ZD clique regime must surely crack and crumble. The Grand Marshal has personally released several short speeches denouncing the Kaiser puppet in China. Wu Peifu calling him Lord and a dog for his cowardice and brazen collaboration with the German intruder, for selling out the Chinese people to foreign interests. At the same time, the degree of influence the Japanese hold over our own government is clear even to the lowest beggar, and so our efforts ring of hypocrisy in the ears of many. Okay. Alrighty. Well. We can actually declare war on them, right? No, we can't. Say what? Say what? I'm confused here. Oh, there we go. Mantetsu Chosabu. Well, no, this is different. The South Manchurian Railway Company's research wing, colloquially known as Mantetsu Chosabu, has grown over the years from a mere corporate R&D department into the heart of Japan's colonial research program. The division is dedicated to everything from agricultural science to intelligence gathering. The sheer scale of Mantetsu Chosabu and its ambitions has led to the opening of offices in Berlin, Vancouver, and New York to attract foreign talent, and wide recruitment from Japan's foremost universities. The result is a surprisingly liberal and open-minded intellectual community, which sometimes goes in so far as to place scientific inquiry before nationalistic concerns. Appears to be one of those instances, as our government has been approached by a Chosabu representative offering future assistance in one of several technological fields. It should be noted that the Kwantung Army garrison in Port Arthur were strongly opposed to this arrangement. Closest to radar, research construction, production efficiency, decryption. Well, we're doing good on production efficiency, decryption. Yes, decryption. Decryption is a good idea. But we have a new slot, so that new slot can definitely be used on construction, right? So we have everything else here. Now, the national focus. We gotta think about that. Ooh, indeed. So what is this gonna do? Limit our investment there. Okay. Wang Yongjiang's legacy. Manchurian's transformation from a backward borderland into one of China's most prosperous regions owes itself to the work of Wang Yongjiang, Deng Zhuolin's late finance minister. Disgusted by the Grand Marshal's costly excursions south of the Great Wall in 1928, Wang resigned and died shortly thereafter, his work left unfinished. Let's pick up where he left off. Yes. We should do that, because, base stability, all that good stuff. Sounds like a good idea. Police crackdown, solidify control. Nah. We do have a lot of this, so if we do this, we gain weekly stability, power, daily political power cost, dockyard output. Yes, do it. Solidify control. No. Not actually gonna do that. I mean, we could improve our party popularity by 5%. Do it anyway. It's not like we need our political power for something, so might as well. At this point, we're still creating a lot of infantry equipment though, and really we should add an early unit just in case. By Japanese protests. Oh no. Like, it must be because these guys aren't even 40%. Yeah, we need to drop their influence then. Okay then. Alright then. I really don't want to expel these guys. Does seem like it would have dire consequences. We might expel them after we get all of China though, because I'm curious what that even does. Yeah, no. We don't want to do it yet. It's in red, so it doesn't seem like something I want to touch right now. Definitely not. Okay, how about we build it here, because this is 60% infrastructure. That's just beautiful there. And yeah, we are actually fixing the crackdown. We're doing the control, so that's actually doing a lot for us. Okay, we added more infantry. We have 17 divisions now. We're all 20 weds, by the way, so... Yes, this guy has more divisions than us, but that doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We really want partial mob if we could. Really help us construct stuff and give us more free civilians to do it with. Yeah, the 4th research slot is massive here. And we have some... This is even... Oh, this is limited conscription and we only have this amount of manpower. Hopefully we get all this stuff in course. Honghuzi attacks in Heilongjiang. Honghuzi, translating literally to Redbeards, are groups of bandits and robbers, have long plagued the Northeast. While the Grand Marshal's pacification and centralization campaign after the last war reduced their number, there have been attacks in the years since. Now, several of the farmsteads in southern Heilongjiang were set alight, and their occupants robbed the valuables. Some have suggested that an expedition should be mounted to crush the bandits at their base of operations, but others say that such a mission is beneath the central government and worth little time or effort. Then -1. Ooh, what is this? Send an expedition. We lose manpower. Send an expedition, because I'm curious what it does. Give me a second. I need to drink a little bit. That sounds like it might actually do something good. Reforming Manchurian finance. Start of the 20th century, Manchuria was a poorly managed frontier, brought by lawlessness and banditry. With the rule of Zhang, however, came rapid reforms through his finance minister Wang Yongjiang. Wang backed his currency, originally no different from those printed by other warlords, with silver, generated confidence which led to some gains in value against the Japanese yen. Extensive tax reforms solved outstanding debts, and by the early 1920s, the economy was bolstered by immigrants fleeing instability throughout the rest of China. Of course, this could not last, and Minister Wang resigned in 1928 and died the next year. With Fengtian's economy only beginning to recover from 8 years of post-war decline, the time has come to implement new reforms, inspired by those of the old. Return the Northeast to its rightful place as one of China's most prosperous regions. The minister must be chosen to draw up the necessary plans and determine priorities for government reforms. Panfu, political power, resource gain, and to buff someone who has not that much. Zanklik. Resource gain, communications clique. Communications clique sounds good to me, because he has like nothing, so yeah. Should be dropping everyone else in terms of influence, which is very good. I have a focus here. What are we gonna do? It's a collaboration. We gained base stability. Concordia is very high already, so I don't want to give him more stuff. Ooh. Reorganize the NTC. Quantum Protocol. No. Okay, reorganize the NTC. Or what does this even do? Whoa. Okay, this is some good stuff, apparently. No, just reorganize the NTC. Funded by the Fengtian Government shortly after its creation, the National Transportation Commission serves as a planning board for infrastructure construction across the country. The Japanese allege that its foremost aim is to disrupt Mantetsu's operations. And there may be at least some truth to this claim. Okay. Okay. We'll do that, because that's gonna drop their influence, which isn't a bad idea. They're over 30, so kinda wanna have people over below 30. And wow, look at this. The civilian here is gonna be done very, very quickly here. Actually going to... Okay, this is almost done in 20 days, so I'm gonna wait for that, and then we'll see where we need to build stuff. I'm gonna go for the improved machine tools here, the Interwar Artillery, and we definitely want the better guns for sure. Like, these better guns will be absolutely necessary. Like, there's even, like, description for all of this special stuff here. There's none for this, but for the actual guns, there used to be some. And that one's too. Okay. Available. Centralize the banks. Okay. Wang Yongjiang's legacy. Centralize the banks. Fengtian currently features 4 node issuing banks, namely the Bank of the Three Eastern Provinces, the Bank of Jilin, the Bank of Heilongjiang, and the Frontier Bank, each of which are products of earlier centralization efforts. Now it seems pertinent to complete the process and unify them all under a single central bank. Centralize the banks, yes. And then we fill the silver reserve. Fengtian Yuan, our principal currency, is backed by silver, and in the past has even gained value against the Japanese yen. This has been met by Japanese insistence that our reserves have never held enough silver to properly back the currency. Regrettably, there may have been some truth to this, and so more silver must be purchased if we are to attract additional investment. Building the silver reserve. Full silver reserve is crucial to building confidence in Fengtian's currency, and more crucial to attracting foreign investment, without which Fengtian can never hope to match the Zili to the south, who have been, for the past 8 years, flush with German capital. However, silver is an expensive commodity, and paying for enough to fill the reserve fully would undoubtedly cut funding from other areas. Some ministers have privately suggested only buying about half of the desired quantity, as many believe the reserve was less than full before the last Yifeng War, and those rumors were never confirmed. Of course, it was later difficult to explain the significant economic recession that followed the government's inability to settle its war debts. Still, filling the reserve inadequately would certainly be a big risk, perhaps a worthwhile one. No risk, no reward. What? Haha, frauding? Nah, just fill the reserve. Oh my, this kills the economy. Literally kills the economy for a while. Whew, but, you know, that's gonna give us a lot of stability, so maybe not. Yes, no, just appoint him, whatever. I don't want to lose stability and power, so just appoint him. Kinda sucks, but... Mining disputes in Shaanxi. Mining disputes on the Shaanxi-Jili border have escalated over the last few months, and now Governor Yan Xishan is asking us to step in and guarantee his provincial borders. The staunch ally of ours during the last Yifeng War, and his province controls valuable mineral resources we could use. We promise to protect them against the perfidious Zili. Yes. Step in. Woohoo! You are defended from us. Zili clique back down. Zili clique have quietly backed down. Miners have left our territory, leaving us victorious. A +100 political power. Yes! Okay, now we can do a lot of this stuff here. Wang Yongxiang's legacy. Encourage Chinese investment. Chinese investment is at the heart of our efforts to turn at least some of control of Fengtian's economy to its people. That of Mantetsu. Incentives and careful planning are the only way forward. What? Do it. And then encourage Japanese investment. We do that too? Okay. So, unfortunately, foreign capital is crucial to our development efforts, and so we must make attempts to attract Japanese alongside Chinese investors. While they won't receive the same incentives as our own citizens, they should be comforted by a recent filling of the silver reserves. An end to the investment shortage. Roughly a decade of limited or external or internal investment beyond the government's own, Fengtian has made itself a reliable and trustworthy location for prosperous growth. Growing from strength to strength, and with the fires of industry behind us, prospects of trading the country are grown by the day. As we begin other development projects, we should begin to see our investment efforts open up related opportunities. Finally, yes. It's very cool. Very, very cool. I like this situation. We actually have more than 50% stability, which means we gain some political power. We're even gaining more stability. We got the radio, and because we got the radio, we can now gain this, improve machine tools. Things are looking up and up, and we got that, which means we get this as well. So there you go, and we're gonna make more civilians. Things are great. So when is this done? 19th of May. It's gonna be a while. Our industry is definitely hurting after that, but you know what it is. Japanese protests. Yeah, that sucks, but it must be because their influence too high still. Yeah, still way too high there. Ooh, we're gonna get some civilians there from that. Totally gonna go for that. I don't even know what the propaganda front is doing in here. Like, how are we not attacking them yet? That's what I don't understand. I guess we have to wait a while. Hui and Buddhists. Tension in Yushu between the Ma clique and Tibet has exploded once again in the northwest. This comes after months of instability in both belligerents that could only be resolved by a common external enemy. Incidents over the past half-decade, such as the Kolok massacre, the Shinyang Council feud, and the rumors of the next Dalai Lama living in Yushu have preceded this latest war. Had it not been for the intervention in Mongolia, this conflict could not reach such a fever pitch. It's possible that this conflict could see Japanese government out east detached from Xinjiang, or see the Hui reassert Chinese hegemony in Western China. So there's definitely issues here. Like, what the hell is going on here? This is the Demuchok Dong group. Cool guy. Definitely looks pretty cool. Look at all these guys. Who's this Bashir Shah guy? I don't know. Okay, he has 0 civs, 0 mills. Excellent economy, Kumal Khanate. Really? Tax code. I like how they actually have nothing. These guys have 1 mill, 1 civ. At least they have something. These guys have 3 civs, 2 mills. So they do actually have something. Not completely useless, but you know. Okay, denounce German imperialism. Yes. We must do this again. Denounce it again. More political power, more base war support. Denounce it again. Get out of here, German imperialism. Screw you. And this is a massive focus tree, because of course it's Kaiserreich, right? Germany has a huge focus tree. Organize the NTC. Yes, centralize the banks right now. Build Japanese. No, do not do that. We gained a bunch more political power, and we have a lot of war support and a lot of stability here. We can actually go on to partial mobilization. Hey! We have 2 civs now. Well, when it becomes May, things will most definitely improve here. Not gonna lie. I keep saying not gonna lie. There's something wrong with me. Okay, we have a bunch of artillery, but we don't have enough guns here. I'm gonna go for 10 on guns. Reorganize the NTC. Move up the northern frontier. Northern reaches of Heilong, Jiang have been dominated by mountainous boreal forests since time immemorial, swept by bitter Siberian winds and inhabited only by passing nomads. Modern technologies could allow settlers to penetrate this hostile environment, pursue rumors of coal, gold, and graphite in the Khingan Mountains. More infra, more civs, more stuff, and actually, that lowers the Concordia Association influence, which can be pretty good, but not that good anymore. Definitely want to finish the industrial stuff. And what is going on here? Because it's starting to lag a little bit. There's definitely some stuttering going on. Standoff in America. That's probably what happened. Yeah, we definitely want to do all the industrial stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna gain a bunch of stuff here. Not bad. Not bad. Let's do computing. Computing is pretty good, so I might want to go and do that. We want to finish this side, but and then we also want to finish this, but that's gonna be a while. Rearm the Northeast. And all this stuff is gonna give us a lot of stuff. Pretty cool. Pretty cool there. Yeah, bonus political power. We should have gone for the other side, basically, not the army, I think. But well, doesn't matter. It does not. These guys are still not at war. I mean, they've sent some volunteers, right? We could even send some of our volunteers. We can send one. We're gonna send our best. Actually, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do it like this, and I'm gonna send this guy. So who do I send here? Let's send him to Mongolia or Maklik. Send him to him? Maklik or Mongolia? Maklik, who are you voting for? Unaligned. Send a volunteer. This guy. Forgot we could actually send volunteers, but I don't know how much that's gonna help, but you know, might as well just do it. Although I think the war is gonna happen. The Shinyang Conference. This stands to see the clique presents the most powerful obstacle against our ambitions for China and Asia as a whole. Although we have the means to defeat them alone, it would certainly be a daunting and costly task. Worse yet, we run a significant risk of being seen as Japan's crony if we go at it alone. Wu Pei-fu to rally the other warlords against us. Let's not allow this to happen. To show up our friends in Asia that we're a legitimate power when we stand up to the ZD clique, we have organized a conference to be held in Shenyang where we'll form a coalition against them. Not only will this strengthen our position, but it'll also prove our legitimacy to the world. Yes, and the invitations. Definitely. Well, I honestly, it's not very good what I decided to do there. Send those volunteers. I really shouldn't have bothered. Yes, a bunch of people agreed to the conference. Huh. Well, at least they agreed to attend, so that gives us more power. Oh, yes. No. Hunt them down. Founding. There's too much stuff happening. The founding of the Jilin Film Association. Bringing together staff from its photographic division, directors from Japan, and local acting talent. Mantetsu has begun the process of establishing a film studio in Jilin, which it claims will demonstrate what China can achieve with modernity through the camera lens in a unique Chinese style. Privately, Mantetsu's president has indicated that the studio will also be used to subtly spread anti-Ziti clique messages. This has left some close advisors to the Grand Marshal wondering what else might be subtly inserted. The government could always instruct Chile's government to deny Mantetsu permission to build. The Film Association would likely just move south to Port Arthur. It will have no influence over it at all. Yes. Modernity is our goal. Concordia gets some stuff. I mean, whatever. The Jean Clique nominates a new interior minister. Sure. We have new divisions. Not bad. Negotiations with the Federalists. Well, we have gained ground with our recent diplomatic efforts. The question of whether or not to engage the Federalists has been raised by some of our advisors. We have our fair share of ideological differences. They argue that our growing strength and influence should allow us to overcome this hurdle and add another ally to our ranks. Thanks to our other successes, however, we could always decline to do so and spare ourselves from their inevitable demands. Try to find common ground, yes. It's gonna be interesting. We really need that army reform. Jesus, we need 100 army XP. That's so much. Hey, they arrived. Hey. give me the field marshal here. Hello, and then we move up here, and we should be fighting. Hey, Transymurian currency in Harbin. Transymur has proposed that we allow transactions between our own currency and the Transymurian ruble in Harbin, which has the largest Russian population in the whole of the Northeast. The government in Vladivostok says that we will be able to tax these transactions. Moreover, such an agreement would have a positive influence on the industrial development of the city as well as the region, where the local Russian business started to make various investments. But some members of our government mentioned that the free use of the Transymurian ruble can lead to increase of Harbin's autonomy. No need to steal. Hell no. No autonomy for you, sir. Oh, they're a puppet of Japan. Interesting. Yang agrees to the conference. Very happy that people are joining. Yes, yes, yes. Civil War. Civil War in America. It's fine. Chang? Okay. Okay. Events. Gotta go through them one at a time. Tang Yulin rides a tiger. Because, you know, he's awesome. So, Minister Tang Yulin has been spotted audaciously seated atop a ravenous tiger somewhere in Jehol province. Or has he? An image depicting Tang has circulated widely, appearing in newspapers across the Northeast, though its origin is unclear. Some claim that the image is doctored, while others believe the tiger is only stuffed. But the aspect garnering the most attention is the context. Grand Marshal Zhang Zuolin is often referred to as the Mukden tiger, and so the fact that Tang is shown riding one paints a very questionable picture. On his part, Tang Yulin claims that the image is the creation of a Zili-clique saboteur, but his extravagant parties in Chaoyang suggest that the image, not a tiger, may well be. Genuine, remove Tang Yulin and then the Zhang Clique loses stuff. Yes, give me political power. Part of the Shinyang Conference. The big day has finally arrived. Delegates have arrived from every corner of China to discuss Fengtian's initiative against the regime in Beijing. A brief opening ceremony was held, culminating in an introductory speech by Zhang Zuolin. Everyone's in good spirit, though no one doubts the diplomatic challenges that lie ahead. Begin indeed. Okay, so here they're actually attacking into me, but we could just last stand this. While we last stand this, we're gonna get more stats and heated discussions. That's what you expect, right? When everyone around in China gathers around. Everyone knew that Chen Tiaoyuan and Zhang Zongchang would have a hard time cooperating given their mutual dislike. Unfortunately, they have allowed this to turn into a public dispute that has already disrupted talks. Zhang in particular has caused a scene as his mannerisms are enough to make even the most hardened warlord raise an eyebrow. I can only hope that his won't set a trend as the conference goes on. Cut it out, both of you. Yes, cut it out. Cut it out right now. Anti-concessionist question. Fierce opponents of the concessions to the colonial powers, the Anqing delegation has been actively pressuring Fengtian to accept a firm stance against the concessions. Zhang Zuolin has been reluctant to make any definitive pledges on the matter so far, but it hasn't made the issue go away. It's evident that this won't last long if the conference is to move forward. You might have a point. We'll see. Build the Jilin Hailong line. Where is this? Railway construction. The Northeast has more railways than any other region of China. But the most important are owned and maintained by Mantetsu on behalf of the Japanese government. The National Transportation Commission wants to expand the smaller Chinese-owned network to improve our infrastructure. Importantly, to reduce our strategic reliance on the Japanese. Why not? Anqing and Lianguang find common ground. Led by a staunch anti-concessionist platform, two Chens of Anqing and Lianguang have formed what essentially is a bloc in the conference. Broad support for their positions, Zhang Zuolin's undeclared position is becoming more and more untenable by the hour. This may be a problem indeed. Building the Jinlin Hailong line. With the reorganization of the Northeast Transportation Committee complete, several new railways have been proposed for construction and, in some cases, completion. The first major project is the Jilin-Hailong Railway, originally planned in 1927, which met serious delays due to the eruption of war in the south and Japanese attempts to stall construction. The line has been operating in limited capacity since 1931, but remains incomplete, with both Mantetsu and a collection of smaller Chinese companies vying for the contract to continue building. Japanese claim, and perhaps correctly, that they could have the railway complete in half the time with their resources and expertise. Choosing a Chinese company would be a great deal to demonstrate Chinese strength and independence. Yes. Locations click. How high are you? Yes. Choose a Chinese company. This time around, why not? Although that's not gonna be good. Zongchang's drunken rants. After drinking sake by what we can only assume to be the barrel load, Zhang Zongchang has created a scene today as he slurred and yelled his way through a drunken tirade. What little could be understood of his ravings were nothing short of a love letter to Japan, with only his love for Japanese booze and women being comprehended by the hostage audience. What? Only through repetition. Most of Zhang's incomprehensible ravings were, for better or for worse, impossible to understand, which may have been a blessing in disguise. After creating a spectacular scene, he got up on his chair and put one boot down on the table. Before he could be made to sit down again, he declared a toast to Japan. With the rest of his speech sounded more like a man struggling to hold back vomit than actual words. What are you doing, Zhang Zongchang? What are you doing this? Say that this has created a negative atmosphere among the conference. Attendance would be the understatement of the decade. Yes, don't embarrass us. Just no, sir. We got a new division here. Why not? Yang Yuting urges caution. With anti-concessionist sentiments rising, Yang Yuting has come forward to urge Zhuo Lin to be cautious with regards to the stance on the concessions. Because of Japan's strong interest in them, particularly through its China agency in the legation cities, we stand to lose greatly if we went ahead and declared ourselves to be against the concessions. Because of our healthy and mutually beneficial cooperation, alienating them would be seen by Tokyo as not merely an insult, but naked aggression against them. Hardly unexpected, Yuting's actions prove that Japan is worried about our eventual decision. Nothing else, it's a reminder that they will not sit idly by if we join the anti-concessionist movement. Yeah. The Li Xiaojing development scandal. Despite the immeasurable fate put on Li Xiaojing by awarding him and his party with the right to direct Fengtian's financial and monetary development in accordance with Wang Yongjiang's original policies, it seems to have fallen short. Evidence has come to the Grand Marshal's attention suggesting that vast sums of development money were funneled into desperate measures to compete with Mantetsu across the country, as the majority in the form of bribes. On top of this, Li has abused his position to ensure favorable rights for construction efforts led by his allies in government. No doubt other members of his party are complicit, and while some measure of corruption is of little surprise to the public, a scandal on this scale would upset even the highest ranks of government. Ouch. That's bad. That is really freaking bad. Point of decision. Facing insurmountable pressure from his potential partners, Zhuo Lin must decide whether he agrees to the anti-concessionist stance that has overtaken the conference or tries to argue against them. Siding against the anti-concessionists would be devastating for any chance of forming a strong alliance. Doing so, however, would be tantamount to breaking off from Tokyo. Yes, we cannot turn our back on Japan. We go with Japan, boys. The Federalists storm off. Finding a compromise on the concessions proved to be an insurmountable task. Simply politically impossible for the Federalists to make a complete U-turn on the matter, while Zhang's refusal to budge is being publicly mocked as a simple refusal to bite the hand that feeds it. After publicly denouncing the conference as a sham, the Federalist delegation, led by Chen Jioming, left the conference. Any chance for an alliance between them and Fengtian is now likely an outright impossibility. Great. And yeah, chat, Silver Knight is right in chat. Oh, Mordred has a tutorial for Kaiserreich? Not bad, not bad. I had no idea. Oh, hello Pacta. Welcome to the stream. Yes, this is the best. This is the best Hearts of Iron 4 mod. Yeah, definitely. I would say that. It's 55 BP. Yes, hello Ragard Elshi. Indeed. Always the negatives. So, let's see. Tiao Yan breaks off the alliance. Fengtian stands on the concessionist. The question proved to be a bridge that couldn't be crossed. Unable to break against everything he stood for, Chen Tiaoyan sharply denounced Zhang Zuolin in the harshest possible terms for his cowardice and subservience to Tokyo. He angrily declared the alliance between Anqing and Fengtian to be dead and buried on the spot, and that there was no way to reverse this unless Zhang decided to side with his countrymen over the Japanese. Anqing delegation quickly left the conference afterwards. Needless to say, this has dealt a black eye to Zuolin's diplomatic efforts. Sure. Zoragar Delshi asks, which China is the most interesting in Kaiserreich? I mean, I played as Qing. There's lots of different ways you can take it. I also played as the League of Eight Provinces. There's different ways you can take it. You can like play as one of the nations that spawn in the Civil War. Or, you know, you cannot. You can just try to keep the league going. I had fun with all of them. I can't really say. Fengtian one definitely seems to be one of the slower ones. As in, there's less action at the start, at least. So, is that correct, back there? Really? Fengtian won the entire China in your campaign. Interesting. Okay, Honghuzi attacks in Liaobei. The Honghuzi have grown particularly bold, leading attacks into Liaobei province, and even venturing to the borders of Jilin before derailing a local train and robbing its occupants, including a number of Japanese citizens. Local authorities have apologized profusely for this embarrassment. Additional guards have been posted on nearby trains. The Japanese consulate has already demanded compensation from our government for the property lost. Allowing this to continue for any longer would be a national embarrassment. Third time's the charm. Why do we have to keep losing stability and political power and all that stuff? So bad. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff here. Japan announces her ambitions. Though the situation in Japan has been critical ever since the peace with Anna, numerous economic crises, unrest, and an ineffective response to German interventions in China, leading to the collapse of the autocratic Tanaka regime, the Empire of the Rising Sun managed to bounce back, albeit as only a regional power with its influence limited to East Asia. However, the Japanese seem determined to put this weakness to rest, now announce their ambitions of seizing their place among the great powers once again, by force if necessary. Germany, with its own sphere in Asia, is unlikely to receive this news warmly. Guangzhou federal government proclaimed the power base secured around the prosperous city of Guangzhou. The Federalist movement in China has proclaimed their own rival government. Chen Zhongming, Governor General of Liangguang and commander of its National Defense Army, declared his intention to bring together the disparate provincial governments throughout the country, tackle the warlord problem head-on, and restore local democracy where bandits and party dictators refuse to negotiate and reform. Short on declaring war on the internationally recognized government of China, it's clear that when Chen's power base is secured in the south, the cautious leader would move north when the time is right, should rival leaders refuse his demands for political and economic reforms. Yes. Alrighty. We're still going on this side. I don't know if I should go to the right or this side, but might as well, right? So, study Japanese stuff. I don't know. You go with the political side, like the industrial side, rather. I mean, well, northern frontier. Okay. Then that. So, next one here is found in Northeast IDC. A Japanese recommendation, a proposal has been put forth to organize several influential businessmen and politicians into a body called the Northeastern Industrial Development Commission. Might guide Fengtian's industrial development. Go for it. More stability. Yay. Oh my goodness. Also, why are we not even attacking here? Also, what the hell is this? Make a front line here. Attack that. Also, no supply here. Okay. Why are we even there then? If there's no supply, just go. Better deploy there. Because we're gonna get there faster. That's all you need. Yeah, this unit isn't really gonna push all those, so that's fine. Let me take power on the Philippines. Don't care about Philippines. Give me the construction though. Definitely want that industry tech. Important here, police crackdown, solidify control. All of this is happening, which is great. More party popularity, we're gaining more stability. So it's all good here. We need to fix the unscrupulous governance and all that stuff. Yes, yes, yes. Second Internationale. There. Cool story now. These guys are still fighting here. Of course, Anshin Clique should be the one winning because they have more mills, more civs, more manpower again. So more than fine. These guys are also on extensive, and these guys are only on volunteer only. So there's a bunch of wars in the war already. So Anshin, these guys have lost. Oh, really? If Kuomintang actually lost less. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, look at these troops. I like how they look. Actually do like how the way they look. Not bad. Can we actually just annoy them here? I mean, our troops are better, so obviously we can use this to farm a little bit here. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, we can actually start training more. I'm going to put them up over there. We're about to have a lot of good stuff here, really. We're gonna go for excavation. Eventually gonna need it anyway. Why not? Actually, no. I'm gonna go for Interwar Artillery, I think. Yes, now we no longer buy silver, so really good stuff here. Really, really good stuff here. We can actually make more civilians, and we got this, so we can go for Interwar Artillery. So we need artillery. That's what we need right now. I mean, the artillery buff. We don't need it per se, but yeah, I just wanna pin them down here, right? Spanish Civil War. Cool. I don't care about the Spanish Civil War. Yes, 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 yes. Found in Northeastern IDC. There's still a lot of focuses here. Like, holy moly. All this, then there's all of this, then there's all of this. Lots of focuses in Kaiserreich, and this is just the Fengtian Government. Yes, 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 we'll appoint someone here. Yeah, I don't want to lose base stability and that stuff, so yeah, I'm gonna stop here. Yeah, should be three-way civil war. Yes, yes, yes. Dutch elections always happening. Magda says, I really enjoy playing German Empire in this mod, though. Makes me feel like modern day US. What, you mean it's ridiculously strong and it's like you go democratic way and stuff? Or what? What does it even have? I have no idea. I only played as China because this is the third time I'm playing the mod. Yeah, democracy and stuff here. Okay. And French organizations. Okay. Oh, okay. World order. Of course, right. Fine. Not meddling in anything. I mean, meddling here, and like fixing up the US. Sure. Okay, let's get the mobile defense and fix things around here. Okay. Okay. So not world conquest. Yeah. Okay, we can actually recruit another one here because we do have. We're getting the infantry equipment really fast. I'm gonna add even more. Almost done with this as well. What are you even doing here? Don't even put me there because we don't even have anything there. Go there. Strategy boy. That's all you need. Create more civs here. We have more economy than way more civs and stuff. These guys are making mills. It's okay. Ooh, time to read a big event. Yes. At Japan's request, and with no particular reason to refuse, we have established a legal and fiscal framework enabling the creation of the Northeast Industrial Development Commission, serving to oversee and direct the development of Fengtian's industry, mostly through the allocation of funds and leases. The Commission now faces the question of its composition. The Concordia Association has proposed the inclusion of a series of extremely talented individuals with experience working for the Nissan and Mitsubishi Zaibatsu in Japan, stressed the need for an export-driven economy taking advantage of Fengtian's existing natural resources. The Grand Marshals Generals insist upon the necessity of an army-first approach to development, using their considerable influence to ensure the placement of military men on the commission. Communications clique commends their own presence. Of course, why would they recommend anyone else? Advocate a mixed developmental approach, referencing their long experience with business dealings across China, as well as more recently here in the Northeast. Unfortunately, compromise involving all three parties is practically impossible, so clear vision is necessary for the task. An inter-commission bickering would almost certainly render it functionally impotent. Additionally, although the Commission's nature as an appointed body permits the presence of Japanese in its makeup, the public and much of the Assembly will likely react negatively to their presence. At the same time, Japanese will not appreciate exclusion. 2 mils, 2 civs. Or 1 mil, 1 civ. Obviously we want to go for 2 civs, so hello. But this does buff Concordia, which I think is a good thing right now. It's alright, it's alright. Give me more civs. Yes. I agree. Back that from... does seem like that a bit. Sorry about that. It's pretty late. I think I'm gonna end soon. I'm not gonna continue for much longer. Yeah. Oh boy, it's really late. Okay, I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes and then we'll end. If that. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes. Now we have a lot of this. The next dispersed. No. I mean, I do want the next computing machine. There's that. I do want this too. This is really rough right now. Give me computing machine. Oh, we have a focus. I totally forgot. Expand the Anshan mines. Enormous iron deposits in Anshan have been described as being of world-class significance and turn out nearly 7 million tons of iron, with the potential to triple output by 1942. Expansion seems likely to propel Anshan toward becoming one of East Asia's largest industrial centers. I don't know what this is gonna do, but the civs are good. Definitely good here, so yeah. We're making a lot of civs here, and I'm gonna add more here. This is the best infrastructure we got, so we should build here. It's the fastest place. Also on partial mob, which is pretty good. Obviously war economy, but still pretty good. We're building civs really fast, and this is compounding, so we're gonna build them even faster. Especially with the new construction. New construction is gonna help quite a bit too. So this is gonna be excellent. Hong Huzi crushed. After an extensive hunt, the Hong Huzi were tracked to the foot of a mountain referred to the locals as Hushan, or Tiger Mountain. Bandits fought to the death, resisting an assault by several thousand regulars for nearly 3 hours. Steep inclines, narrow paths, and hidden caverns aiding their defense. A number of prisoners from the surrounding villages were liberated, alongside a significant sum in valuables. Okay, we gained quite a bit of stuff. Oh, that's a lot of stability. Very good. That's actually very good. And we're gaining more political power today. Very nice. I'm liking where this is going. And this is gonna finish in September, so we're gonna start queuing more civs elsewhere. Put them up here. Ancient mines. And after we expand them, what are we gonna do, right? We're gonna go for this industrial zone. Big bush war. Don't care. We could be going for all of this stuff, but stability. Backward industry. Where is it? Ooh, this one. Yeah, we gotta fix this. This is pretty bad. Let's Scrupulous governance is really bad too, but what can we do? I'm surprised that we are not actually able to attack them. So cannot denounce these guys. It feels slightly bugged. I hope that we can still do the war, right? Also, what's going on here? Wait a second. Haven't we added? Oh my goodness, we have not. Do the staff office plan. Give me all the planning. We're getting 10% every day. That's pretty good. Give it 2 more days. Then it'll be fine. Yes, yes, yes. Appoint anyone here. I don't want to lose stability, base stability, and all that stuff. That's just gonna be really annoying to deal with. So do that. Okay, I'm gonna do this. If I stop, that's fine. Just gonna activate. Ooh, look at this. 20 with doing work. That's what's happening there. And we're making troops here. These guys have more stuff than us, but that's fine. We're making civs. Lots and lots of civs. Okay. How about you don't do that though? Attack 2 divisions with this. That should really help me farm, because we really need more army XP. This guy needs to actually start getting traits and stuff. Desert Fox, Organizer, Infantry Leader. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. Yes. I mean, we have a lot of stuff. Yes, yes, Mexico. Good job. 4 more days. And we got it. Stability, stability, stability. Not stability. I mean, it's 70%. We actually